This is how I store eggs for up to 2 years. My grandmother shared this unusual method with me. Start by thoroughly cleaning dirty eggs with a brush. This is very important. It prevents damaging the natural protective layer. Once the eggs are clean, place them one by one into a clean, large jar. Fill the jar completely so the eggs don't move around. Now it's time for the preserving solution. Add 2 tablespoons of a secret ingredient to about 3 cups of water. I'll tell you what it is in a moment. Mix well until you get a milky white liquid. Pour it over the eggs so they're fully covered. Seal the jar tightly and gently roll it to distribute the liquid evenly. Store the jar in a cool, dark place. This mixture forms a protective layer on the shells, keeping the eggs from spoiling for many months, even up to 2 years. And here's the secret ingredient. It's slaked lime, a natural preservative known for generations. Simple, cheap, and no fridge needed. I put a bunch of parsley in a jar. It stays fresh for weeks. Grab a large jar and some fresh parsley. Without proper storage, parsley wilts quickly and loses its aroma, so keeping it hydrated is key. Carefully place the parsley in the jar, letting the stems extend slightly over the edge. Now prepare a lid and a smaller jar or small container. Place the smaller jar on the lid and fill it halfway with water. Then set the large jar with parsley on top so that the stems are submerged in the water. Seal the jar tightly. This method keeps parsley fresh for up to 4 weeks, preserving its vibrant flavor. If the water becomes cloudy, simply replace it with fresh water. No more wasted herbs. This trick is as old as the first stockings. You just need to take an onion and put it into the stocking. Tie a knot and add the next onions one by one. Separate each with a knot. Now hang them up in your kitchen and cut off only the onion you want to use. Onions tend to rot and contaminate other vegetables. Storing them this way prevents that problem. Use tape to keep tomatoes fresh for longer. Tape protects them from spoiling. The spot where the tomato is separated from the stem is more vulnerable to bacteria and moisture, which can speed up the rotting process. By covering this spot with tape, you create a barrier that keeps harmful elements out and extends the freshness of the tomato. Place a piece of celery in the bag with your toast bread, and you'll notice and taste the difference. Toast bread spoils quickly after opening, but if you add a bit of celery, you'll save the whole loaf. Celery releases moisture that prevents the bread from drying out and protects it from mold. Potatoes and apples are a great combination. You just need to place 2 large apples in the basket with your potatoes and cover them with a kitchen towel. The gas released by the apples prevents the potatoes from sprouting. With this method, your potatoes will stay fresh and good for longer. Jar salad you can make in 5 minutes. Delicious, refreshing, and no mess in the kitchen. Start by preparing freshly washed cucumbers. Cut off the ends, then slice them into thicker pieces. Cut several cucumbers at once to save time. Take a larger jar and add the sliced cucumbers, leaving some space at the top. Now it's time for the red onion. Dice it finely. The onion will give the salad a bold flavor. Add the onion to the jar. Take a fresh bunch of dill and chop it finely. Dill not only smells great, but also aids digestion and has anti-inflammatory properties. Add 3 tablespoons of thick Greek yogurt to create a creamy base for the dressing. Cut a lemon in half and squeeze about 1 tablespoon of fresh juice. Press a peeled clove of garlic through a garlic press. Garlic adds intensity and aroma. Add some olive oil, salt, and pepper for extra flavor. You can also add a bit of chili flakes if you like. Close the jar and shake it well so everything combines. You can make this salad in no time and take it anywhere with you. It's the perfect mix of simplicity and flavor that impresses from the very first bite. Instead of baking chicken in a tray, I cook it in a jar. It turns out perfect and tastes so good I could eat it endlessly. Start by preparing the chicken. Use either fillets or thighs, depending on your preference. Cut it into smaller pieces and place them in a large bowl. Add about 2 tablespoons of salt and mix thoroughly so the meat marinates evenly. Take a large jar and add a few allspice berries for depth and flavor. Then add 2 bay leaves for a subtle aromatic touch. Place the chicken into the jar and cover the top with aluminum foil. Use a toothpick to poke a few small holes in the foil. This helps release steam during baking. Pour a thick layer of salt onto a baking tray to completely cover the bottom. Set the jars on top of the salt and place the tray in a preheated oven. Bake at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 1 hour. After baking, carefully pour a bit of broth into each jar to enhance flavor and juiciness. Turn the jar upside down and let it cool. The result? Tender, juicy, flavorful meat that's packed with aroma. It's a brilliant alternative to traditional roasting. Here's a method for storing bananas that can keep them for up to 2 years. Rub the bananas with baking soda using a damp brush to remove dirt and residues. Rinse them under running water, and then pat them dry with a paper towel. Slice the first banana and discard the ends. Do the same with the remaining bananas. Cut 1 bell pepper. I used a sweet one, but you can choose a hot one if you prefer. Prepare a large clean jar. Mine is just under 3 liters. Add 3 bay leaves, a few garlic cloves, some pepper, 2 teaspoons of coriander seeds, and 2 teaspoons of dill seeds. Add a pinch of dried chili flakes. Omit if using hot pepper. Add a few mustard seeds. Begin layering the banana slices in the jar. Once the bottom is covered, add some pieces of bell pepper and continue layering the bananas. Add 4 teaspoons of sugar and 6 teaspoons of salt. Pour in 10 teaspoons of vinegar and fill the jar with water. Seal it tightly. Place a cloth in the bottom of a pot, bring water to a boil, and then place the jar in the pot. Boil covered for 10 minutes. After that, you can remove the jar and it's ready. The bananas in the jar can be stored in your pantry for up to 2 years. Do not thaw chicken breasts. A simple grater is enough to prepare a dinner from them. Grate the frozen fillet on large holes and make an exquisite dinner out of it. This dish is my secret recipe. I don't have to rush to the store for fresh meat for dinner. If I have frozen chicken fillet in the fridge, it's so simple. Grate the frozen fillet and transfer it to a larger bowl. Chop 1 shallot. Add it to the grated meat. Peel 2 medium-sized potatoes. Grate them on the grater as well. Squeeze out excess water and add to the meat with onions. Add 1 egg. Season everything with salt and pepper. Add half a teaspoon of oregano. Sprinkle about 200 grams of grated yellow cheese. Mix into a uniform mass until all ingredients are combined. Pour a little olive oil into the pan. You can also add butter. You can fry the first portion as small patties. Shape them in your hands and fry. These patties are exceptionally soft and very cheesy. Everyone loves them. They smell and taste delicious. Place the second portion on the pan. Smooth out the edges. Cover with a lid and fry for about 15 minutes. After this time, take a plate and flip the dish. Fry the second side for another 15 minutes. Meanwhile, chop the green parsley. Place the fried dish on a plate, sprinkle with parsley.